それではインタビューをさせていただきます。ケイト・ハリントンさんと、そしてジェーン・フォーリージョッキーですが、ケイトさん、まず先に質問させていただきます。日本に来られまして、もう数日経ちましたが、日本のまず印象いかがですか？
It's been a few days since you came here. What is your impression of Japan? 日本 or Japan?
It's been a great place since we got here, and the JRA staff and everyone who has welcomed us has been extremely, anything we ask for, they have been there for us, and it's been an amazing trip so far, and delighted with how the filly has travelled, and the Japanese people have been very, very welcoming.
ここに来ても数日経ちますけれども、JRA のスタッフの皆さんもとてもよくしてくださり、こちらが要求したことをすべて受け入れて用意してくださっており、本当にいい経験をしております。
もう一度やってもらいましょうか。ちょっと待ってくださいね。じゃあもう一度すみません。こ
こについてもう数日経ちますけれども、JRA スタッフの皆さんもとてもよくしてくださり、こちらでお願いしたことをすべて用意してくださって、馬の方もとてもいい状態でいますので、とても満足しております。
スタッフ皆さん女性だというふうにお伺いしました。日本食などは楽しまれましたか
？We hear that all the staffs are female, women, girls. How is the Japanese food here?
Well, I'm enjoying the Japanese food. I do enjoy tasting Japanese at home, and I've been lucky now to taste the proper Japanese food. It's delicious. But the girls are a little bit more westernized. I think they prefer some the Wagyu steak, but not so much sushi.
私は本国でも日本食を食べてますし、こちらで本格的な日本食を食べるのを楽しんでおります。ただ他の2人は結構ちょっと西洋料理の方が好きなので、でもお寿司よりも和牛ステーキを好んで食べてるそうです。
じゃあ元気いっぱいだと思うんですが、馬の方の状態、今日の調教の具合などを見ましていかがでした
？Looking at her magical lagoon today, what is her condition? What do you think of her condition today?
I'm absolutely over the moon with her. She's travelled, when she first travelled over, she lost a nice bit of weight, and today she weighed back in at 500 kilos. So that is absolutely spot on. I'm really, really happy with her. Shane has obviously sat on her for the first time since she's left Ireland, and he couldn't be happier with her. I think she is now knowing it's coming close to race day because Shane has arrived. But the girls have done an absolute fabulous job with her. I don't think I could be happier where she is. Physically, her blow, everything is really, really good, and she's moving very well.
こちらに来た時は少し体重を落としてしまったんですけれども、今日、体重が500キロに戻って、それがもうベストの体重ですので、ですし、あと今日はフォリー騎手が来たということで、馬の方ももうレースが近いということを感じているようで、馬の状態もとても良くて本当に満足しております。
じゃあ今日の状況に関しては100点満点を挙げられる。
So today's training, how do you rate today's rating by 100%?
100% back at you because she was brilliant. I don't think Shane could have asked more of her. She's a very lazy filly, and she's never, even since she was a 2-year-old, she's never really impressed in her work because she likes to have other horses to gallop with, so she only ever does as much as she had to. But I couldn't have been happier with how she breezed this morning, and Shane, I feel, will reflect that when you talk to him.
100% で言っていいと思います。馬はちょっとレーズなところもあるので、調教の時はそれほどあれなんでいつもなんですけれども、今日騎手の方も乗ってすごく満足しておりますし、本当にいい状態になると思います。
馬は日本の環境に十分対応できているというふうに思いますか？
Do you think she's gotten used to the Japanese environment here?
Yes, she has settled in very, very well. You know, even when she was at Mahiki Horse Park in quarantine, she took everything very well in her stride, and she's settled in here really, really well with her surroundings, and yeah, couldn't be happier with her.
とても落ち着い慣れてきて落ち着いてきて、ミキホースパークでもとても慣れていましたし、こちらに来てからもとても落ち着いていると思います。
ケイトさん自身はミキと、そしてこの阪神競馬場の雰囲気、そして、コース形態などというのはどういうような印象を持っている？
What is your impression of Miki Horse Park and here?
Yes, I myself didn't travel to Miki Horse Park, but the girls, Lauren and Zara, who are with the filly, were there, and they were over the moon with it. It served all its purposes while she was in quarantine, and it was a good, quiet, relaxed place for the filly to settle into Japanese life. And it was, you couldn't have asked for more, and it is only 40 minutes from here, so it's absolutely ideal that she didn't have to travel a long distance then to the racetrack. And then since she's got to Hanshin, it's second to none facilities. I really have to commend your facilities here. They're absolutely brilliant. I've travelled around Europe and into America, and they're absolutely top notch.
彼女はミキホースパークには行ってないんですけれども、厩務員の残りの2人が向こうでミキホースパークもとってもいい場所で静かですし、すべてお願いしたものを用意してくださり、リラックスできて馬にとってもとっても良かったです。でここから40分しかないということも、ここにへの輸送も40分で済んだということもとっても良かったと思いますし、阪神のレースコースも本当に彼女は今までアメリカやヨーロッパいろんな競馬場行ってるんですけれども、もう本当に素晴らしい施設だと思います。
日本の馬がヨーロッパに行くとなかなか活躍できません。それはやはり芝の違いであったり、コースの違いであったりするんですが、今回どうでしょう、日本の競馬場にこのマジカルラグーンは非常にフィットするかどうか。
When the Japanese horses goes to Europe, they can't win probably because of the ground, the heavy going probably. What do you think? Do you think Magical Lagoon can handle the Japanese track?
That is one of the factors that really played into our role in bringing her here, because it is right-handed, like Royal Ascot where she won, and at the Curragh, and she had really, really quick ground at Royal Ascot as it was a very, very hot week, and she really enjoys the quick surfaces. So they're partly why this was our autumn target compared to not having anything in Europe with her.
そうですね、ここの馬場がとても速いということはよく知ってますし、で彼女マジカルラグーンは向こうでもそういう両馬場の硬い速い馬場でいい成績を残していた、また右回りということもあって、で今回このレースに走るっていうことを決めた理由の一つでもあります。
このマジカルラグーンのこれまでのレースを VTR で見させていただきました。非常にタフなスピード実力力があるというふうに思ったんですが、ケイトさんはこの馬の特徴というのはどういうふうに捉えてますか？
He saw the video of Magical Lagoon and he thought that she's a very tough horse and she has stamina. And what do you think her strong points are?
I'll echo what Sir just said, and that is her strong point. She is tough, she has stamina, and she likes to get into a rhythm in a race, and she'll never give up a fight. The stronger the fight, the more she is going to get down and fight and never give in.
その通りでして、とてもタフでスタミナのある馬でして、であと競争があればあるほど強くなる馬であると思います。
今回チャレンジするレースはエリザベス女王杯、そして11年前に勝ったのがイギリスのスノーフェア、そういうレースにチャレンジするという思いというのは何かありますか？
The the races Elizabeth took up, and 11 years ago it was Snow Fairy that won the race. Do you have any comment regarding that?
I remember Snow Fairy winning the race because obviously we're fortunate enough we trained for Mrs. Bettino who owned Snow Fairy at the time, and we had a invested interest, and I was 10 years ago and 11 years ago looking at the two races at home in Ireland, and it's great now to be here ourselves with another runner, with a runner in the race, and we're very, very grateful to have Magical Lagoon out here. But it's going to be a tough race on Sunday, and fingers crossed we can put our best foot forward.
スノーフェリーの、パティーノさんって、パティーノ is
The owner.
The owner.
The owner.
Okay. You used to train for.
No, she owns Snow Fairy.
Okay.
And we have horses for her.
For her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. スノーフェリーのオーナーであるパティーノ、スノーフェリーの馬主であるパティーノさんの馬を彼女たちの厩舎でもトレーニングしているので。スノーフェリーが勝った10年前と11年前も本国で、見てました。なのでそういうところで今回マジカルラグーンを走ることができるというのはとっても光栄に思ってます。
日本のファンも非常に注目しています。そのファンに一言お願いします。
The Japanese fans are very much looking forward to the race and Magical Lagoon. Can you give them some comment?
We can't wait for the Japanese fans to see Magical Lagoon, and hopefully she can put her best foot forward on Sunday and give the Japanese fans a good race against the Japanese horses.
ジャパニーズファンの皆さんの前でマジカルラグーンがレースを見せることができるのを楽しみにしてます。で、彼女がいい走りをして良い成績で終われるよう頑張って調教していきます。
どうもありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
で続きまして、ジャシェン・フォーリージョッキーにお話をお伺いします。おはようございます。
Good morning.
日本にはもう4回目の来日ですよね。
This is your fourth visit to Japan?
Yeah, this is my fourth visit to Japan. I've done 3 winters here. I've had a quite successful road here for 3 times, and it's great to be back again.
過去3回に、冬に来てますけれども、とてもいい成績も出せましたし、今回帰ってくれて嬉しいです。
改めて見る阪神競馬場のこの様子というのはいかがですか？
What is your impression of Hanshin Race Course?
Yeah, Hanshin is a very good and fair track, with a long straight, and it was actually, we were glad the race was moved to here because I think this track will suit Magic Lagoon better because it can get into a bit of a battle, and the harder the battle, the better she'll be.
阪神コースはとてもいい競馬場ですし、実は京都じゃなくて今回阪神であることを嬉しく思っています。というのも長い直線とあと最後の競争が激しければ激しいほど彼女も燃えるタイプなので、阪神に代わってとても良かったと思っています。
今日マジカルラグーン号に調教されました、乗られました。手応え、印象いかがなんでしょう？
You rode her today. How did she feel?
Yeah, she feels very good. Like what Kate said, she's a filly that she only goes through the motions. She'd never impressed too much in her homework, but she felt good today. She's moving good, and her blow is quite good. So she's ready for a fight on Sunday.
とてもいい感触でしたし、馬の息遣いも良かったですし、でレースに向けて準備ができていると思います。
これまでも大きなレースでもたくさん勝っているマジカルラグーン号です。その時の様子と比べて何か違うところはありますか
？Magical Lagoon has won several very good races. Compared to when she raced those races, how do you think she is now?
Yeah, her form is quite similar. Her weight is good. She looks really well. she's as good as Kate and Jessie can have her. I think, especially after travelling halfway around the world, it can take a little bit out of them. But the girls have done a great job with her. She seems in great shape, so I think she's as good as she can be.
前勝った時の彼女と状態もいいですし、とても同じようだと思います。で、長い輸送があったことを考えれば本当にいい状態になると思いますし、スタッフのみんながとてもよく調教してきたんだと思います。
フォーリーさんは日本の強い馬にもたくさん乗っています。今回はグレード1のレースです。マジカルラグーンにどういうような期待をしますか？
You've ridden many strong horses in Japan or everywhere, and this is a G1 race. What do you expect of Magical Lagoon in this race?
I think she can run a big race. There's just 3 or 4 horses in the race rated above her, but I think she can run a massive race. She has conditions to suit. She's going right-handed on fast ground, and I think the Japanese style of racing will suit her. Strong tempo all the way. The stronger the tempo, the better it will suit her.
多分この G1 のレースにマジカルラグーンはとてもうまくやってくれると思います。この強いテンポの、レースが多分合うと思うんで、彼女もこれからこのレースでいい結果を出してくれると思います。
どうなんでしょう、レース中どのぐらいの位置にいたいとかっていうのってありますか？
Can you tell us where do you want her to be during the race?
That's a $50 question. Usually she's very good from the gate. She's quick into her stride. We'd like to get a nice draw, a nice position, but ideally if we'd get a nice position in the first 5 or 6 maybe, because I think the tempo will be quick early, like it normally does be in Japan, and she'll get into a nice rhythm and go from there.
Mean that you want to be toward the front?
Towards the front, yeah. She likes the race prominent. She's a strong stayer. She's quite versatile that way, and she's good from the gates. And we'll just get her wherever she's comfortable, but hopefully forward.
ゲートを出るのもとてもうまい馬ですし、できれば前の方でレースをして、強いテンポのレースで走らせたいと思っています。その時の彼女がいいと思う位置で走らせたいと思います。
変な質問ですいません。
Sorry for the question.
日曜日がちょっと雨予報が出てるんですよね。もしやや重とかになった場合、重とかになった場合というのは適用できそうでしょうか。
The weather forecast is rain on Sunday. What if the track gets a little softer? Do you think she can handle it?
Look, I think she will handle it. I'd prefer if the rain didn't come. I'd prefer fast track because her best form is on firm ground. But she's getting stronger all the time. Different type of soft ground in Japan is different to soft ground in Europe. So hopefully it won't get too bad.
できれば晴れて、速い馬場の方がいいですけれども、向こうでのその雨降った後の馬場とこちらは違うんで、多分どうなってもうまくこなせると思います。
では日曜日にレース後お二人の笑顔が見られることをまた期待しています。
I hope that we can see your smiling faces after the race on Sunday.
Hopefully, it's great.
はい。で、総伝の質問以上ですが、何かございましたらこの機会にお願いします。
ご質問よろしいですか。すみません。中日スポーツの関と申します。ちょっと2点ほどお伺いしたいんですけども、調教でごめんなさい、芝コースの確認なんかはされたんでしょうかというのと、あともう1点、先ほどお話にもあったんですけど、やはり前走左回りでの敗戦というのもあったと思うんですけど、やっぱ右回りの方がうまい上手な馬ということなんでしょうか。
To Kate?
Yes.
There's two questions. Have you checked the grass ground track?
Yes, I've walked down to the starting stalls on Monday, and then I've also walked up around the bend. I will potentially do a full course walk tomorrow because I think they cut the grass yesterday and I didn't want to walk it before then. But I was very impressed with the track going. Maybe it's a little bit bare on the 2 lanes on the rail, but otherwise it looks very good.
ゲートの試験とか、あと、1日ちょっと芝の上で少しトレーニングしてますので、で昨日、芝を刈ったっていうことだったんで、今日はそれあまりごめんなさい、芝を刈る前にあまりそこで調教したくなかったので、でも芝のトラックは、確認してやっぱりレールのなんていうんですか、レールの横はちょっと荒れてるところありますけれども、でも素晴らしい状態だと思います。And the last race was left-handed, and she lost the race. So I guess she's better going around right-handed.
Shane would say that, but I think she's fine going either way. But in some respects, the form of that race has worked out phenomenal. Of course, Alpinista won it. She's gone on and won the ARG. Tuesday was second. We're only 4.5, and she's gone on and won at the Breeders' Cup since. So the form has really, really stacked up, and potentially the race the way the race worked out that day, we jumped out, we were in front, they didn't go a good gallop, and it turned into a little bit of a sprint inside the last furlong and a half, and I think you'd echo that. And the ground said it was good, but it was very strange. It was kind of it was hard underneath and loose, very loose on top, and so it just didn't really play to her strengths that day. And I think on better ground, I'd take on all those horses again in a stronger one race.
左回り、右回り、シェーンは多分右回りがいいっていうんですけど、私はどちらもこなせると思っていて、最後のレースも、勝った馬が強かったということと、あと芝は両馬場だったんですけれども、なんか上のちょっといつもとは違うような感覚で、マジカルグリーンがラグーンに合わなかったと思います。
シンさんに一つ質問があるんですけど、この馬マジカルラグーンは日本の馬場に合うなと思ったのはいつ頃でしょうか？
When did you feel that Japanese track would suit Magical Lagoon?
Well, I suppose it was mid-season, and we know she likes fast ground. And coming towards our autumn time, the ground is always soft, so that was our next option, was either Hong Kong or Japan. So we decided to go for this race, and it was, like you said, the track right-handed, good quick ground, good trip for her. So kind of, I suppose, after York, our next thinking was that, because we knew we weren't going to get to France on heavy ground.
After York, you decided?
Yeah, after York, we knew the ground was going to be,
Okay.
we were chasing quick ground more so than anything.
シーズンの半ばでヨークの後ぐらいに、秋に向けてレースを考えるときに、速い馬場と、右回りということで、香港に行くかこちらに行くか迷ったんですけど、日本に来ることにしました。
何か他ございます？
ご質問ございますか？すみません、サンケイスポーツ山口と申します。今回久々の外国馬ということで、なかなかねその外国馬が日本で結果が出てない中、まして今、円安の状況でなかなかメリットが少ないのかなと思ってしまったりもするんですけど、その中で来るということはかなりの勝機というか勝算があってのことかなと思うので、そのあたりを聞かせてもらえればなと思います。お願いします。
The past few years, not many foreign horses have been able to win in Japan, and with the yen decreasing, he thought that it will not be a good opportunity for foreign horses to come to Japan at this time. But the fact that you came here, you really thought that she has a chance in winning the race.
Yes, we obviously, as Shane, like what Shane said in the last question, it was kind of the really nice autumn option for her. And when we go into next season, there actually isn't a race for her in Ireland until June. So when she gets home after here, she'll be able to have a long break and have midsummer campaign again. And even with the yen, as he's saying, being a little bit weak, it's still, the prize money is phenomenal compared to Ireland or England. And also with her winning the Irish Oaks, you have the bonuses as well. So it is great prize money, and thank you very much to the JRA and everyone in Japanese racing for putting on those bonuses, because it's a great incentive to get horses here. And obviously there hasn't been horses pre-COVID. I don't know why they hadn't come since Snowberry, but obviously in the last 2-3 years we haven't been able to come due to COVID, and it's great to be back here after the pandemic.
そうですね、円は安いですけれども、それを考えてもこちらの賞金がとても高いですし、でオークスを勝った、ということでボーナスも出てきてますし、アイルランドやイギリスで走っているよりもやっぱり賞金がすごく高いので、それはとてもインセンティブが高いと思います。あとやはり、秋のレースのオプションとしてアイルランドではもう6月ぐらいまで彼女が帰ってからもあまり、彼女が出れるレースがあまりないので、ここに、レースエリザベスに出て、であと帰ってから長い休養を取ってまた夏に始めたいという考えでこちらに来ました。
なんかもうすいません。マジカルラグーンの、お兄さんが、ノベリストが日本でも子供がたくさん走ってると思うんですけども、やはりなんかそういった血統的な背景というところも日本のこのレースに参戦してきた、一つのきっかけという感じでしょうか。すいません。
Her brother, a novelist, and many other siblings there are racing in Japan. Pedigree-wise, is that one of the reasons why you came?
No, I actually didn't realise that novelist was standing here until I went racing on Sunday or Saturday. What day did I go racing? Sunday, and I knew he was a sire somewhere in the world, but I hadn't quite worked out where. And it wasn't then I saw, and then I was looking him up, and it was great. He had a Group 2 winner, I think, in Tokyo at the weekend. Did he have a Group 2 or 3?
アルゼンチン教で走るノベリストの子供が走るノベリストがこちら日本に来てるっていういるっていうことは知らなくて、で今回こちらに来て彼の子供たちが走ってるっていうのを見て、びっくりした。
よろしいですか。
すみません、大阪スポーツの西成と言います。今回の挑戦すごくこちらもワクワクしてますし、こういうチャレンジしていただいて感謝してます。今日の改めてなんですが、今日の追い切りの指示っていうところと、あと追い切りが終わった後に1コーナーを内側のポケットのところで、ちょっとリラックスタイムみたいなところも起きてたと思うんですが、ああいうのってもう普段からされてることなのかなっていうところをちょっとお聞きしたくてですね、お願いいたします。
He's very excited about you coming here. Thank you for coming, he says. And what was the instruction you gave for this morning's training?
Just to get a nice good breeze into her, and for Shane to really feel how she's moving and how her blow was, and because she can be a little bit stuffy. As you can see, she's a big filly, and she can be a little bit stuffy, but she really wasn't. And so it was just my instructions for Shane to get in as much as he wants with her this morning. So very, very happy with her overall.
Okay. And the horse was relaxed inside the track. I guess she was eating.
Yes, she's very, very relaxed, and she had a pick of grass afterwards, and no, she's good. She was a little bit fresh going out with Shane earlier, because I think she knows when Shane gets on her, it's business time.
Okay. But she seemed very relaxed after the training.
Yes.
Is that how you trained her?
Yes, that's very much how we train her, and I have to commend the dirt track here is very good, very similar to our gallop at home. I think you'd echo that, Shane. It's got a nice, good bit of cushion to it, and a great surface.
ですね、今回は馬も大きい馬ですし、で今日の調教は、とりあえずシェーンに彼女の状態をしてもらうということと、シェーンがいいと思うような感じで、運動してほしいっていうふうに伝えました。あと中で調教の後はあそこに草があってそれを食べてるんですけれども、いつも向こうでも同じようにリラックスした感じで調教しております。
よろしいですか？
すいません、日刊スポーツの藤本と言いますが、今回エリザベス女王杯ということですけれども、このレースが終わった後というのプランとか何か考えてたら教えてください。
Your plan after the race? Do you have any?
Hopefully celebrate.
Yes, we'll take one race at a time. She's very lucky she's been given an invitation for the Japan Cup as well. But we'll take one race at a time, and we're very, very excited for Sunday. And one thing we haven't touched on is Mr. Zhang of Yulong Stud. He's obviously a registered Japanese owner now, and he's very excited to have this international runner. And his Yulong Stud is becoming a worldwide operation between Ireland, America, and he has a big stud in Australia as well. And it's very, very exciting for him to be having a runner in this Group 1 in Japan with a filly from Ireland, and he and his whole team are really excited.
これからの予定ということで、レースの後の予定ということで、シェーンは祝杯をあげたいということであげていたいということだったんですけれども、とりあえずこの1レースずつやっていきたいと思って、ジャパンカップの招待も受けてとても嬉しいんですけれども、レース終わってから考えたいと思います。でちょっと付け加えたいのが、馬のオーナーであるオーナーでいいですか？ランさんなんですけれども、日本でも登録されている馬主なんですかね。で、彼はアメリカ、アイルランド、オーストラリアでも、国際的に、展開してて、で彼の持っているアイルランドのその馬が日本の G1 で、走れるということにとっても嬉しく思っているそうです。
よろしいですか？はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
Thank
That's
you.
all.
Thank you.
Thank you.